What if your government secretly drugged you just to see what would happen? And what if, when you started asking too many questions, you suddenly fell out of a 13th story window? This isn't a thriller, it's real. And the CIA tried to erase it. In the early 1950s, the Cold War was in full swing, and America had a new obsession: mind control. After hearing rumors that Soviet and Chinese agents were using psychological techniques to brainwash prisoners, the CIA panicked. They believed the human mind might be a weapon or a weakness. That fear gave birth to one of the most disturbing government programs in history, Project MK Ultra. It was about researching behavioral modification. Unofficially, it was a rogue experiment in breaking the human mind. Under MK Ultra, CIA agents tested LSD, hypnosis, electroshock, and sleep deprivation on unsuspecting civilians. Prostitutes were hired to lure targets into CIA safe houses, where hidden cameras recorded their reactions after being secretly dosed with psychedelics. The CIA wanted to know, could you erase a memory, plan a new one? Could you make someone betray a friend or kill? But what they didn't expect was Frank Olson. Frank was a U.S. Army scientist working with the CIA's Biological Warfare Division. He wasn't a test subject, he was an insider until he wasn't. In 1953, during a retreat with colleagues, Olson was slipped a large dose of LSD without his knowledge. Soon after, he began to mentally unravel, panicked, paranoid, and desperate to quit his job. He confided in his wife that he'd made a terrible mistake and was thinking of leaving. But a week later, he was dead. He had fallen from a hotel window in New York. The CIA said it was suicide, but his family never believed it. Years later, a secret government investigation quietly admitted the truth. Olson had been dosed, but that wasn't the end of it. In 1994, his body was exhumed, and the new autopsy found blunt force trauma to the head before the fall. Many now believe Olson was assassinated to prevent him from speaking out. And that was just one case. Thousands of others, prisoners, psychiatric patients, even children, were experimented on under MK Ultra. Some were permanently damaged. Many had no idea what was happening to them. So how did it end? In the 1970s, after Watergate, the U.S. government began looking into intelligence abuses. That's when MK Ultra was exposed, sort of. The CIA had already destroyed most of the documents. Only a handful of files survived, found in a mislabeled box in 1977. Those files revealed a hidden system of 80 institutions, over 150 subprojects, and 185 researchers, all feeding into MK Ultra. But what was the end goal? Did mind control work? According to public records, no. The experiments were called inconclusive. But many believe the real results and the worst abuses were buried with the files. The legacy of MK Ultra is dark, not just for what was done, but for what it revealed. That even a democracy can lose its mind in pursuit of controlling others. Frank Olson's story reminds us the truth doesn't always fall out the window. Sometimes it's pushed. Subscribe for more content like this.